So here are a few ideas for foraging in the city or just doing your witchy thing in an urban environment. I am collaborating with Magical Crafting. Check out her channel. She's got an amazing channel of arts and crafts and information on animal totems and goddesses. She offers a lot. She's even got really great workbooks. She's going to give her perspective on being a witch in her city, and I'm giving my perspective on being a witch here. Maybe there are some new ideas in here between the two of us if you're also living in a city. I decided that I wanted to make my own scented lip balm for some glamour magic, and picked rose as my muse for this one. Roses lighten the being with their scent and dip into the experience of love that way. They open and invite us in, and we become the same in their presence. I do have rose petal powder, which I will use in it, but I need to make some rose oil first and need some fragrant rose petals for that. My own rose bush is not in bloom, so I flew over to the shop with spice and herb jars to swirl around in them and hopefully pick up some petals and to see if there's anything else that caught my fancy. And that's the great thing about living in this kind of city chaos. You have access to everything near you, from the grocer, farmers markets, witch shops, farm boxes being delivered to your home. There's so many options.
Hi, Wilhelmina. I don't have food for you.
Now, I do typically prefer being out in nature and finding inspiring bits and bobs that I bring home, but
Always asking.
when I need something specific, it's harder to get unless I'm growing it myself. Because 1, you can't trespass on people's properties. 2, even if you did, you wouldn't know if there were any pesticides on what you're collecting. And 3, you've got other pollutants to think about, like car exhaust and oil that might have seeped into the dirt nearby. So it's just a better idea to go the safe route and not take any chances. But, if you aren't going to ingest them and just use them in a working, then, you can forage and collect from the odd vacant lot or median strip or park if you wish. I mean, I collect all kinds of interesting bits and bobs in my walks and hikes. I'm just not going to use them in stuff that I ingest or put on my body. Usually on these walks, I collect things like flowers, flower petals, sticks, leaves, interesting bits of bark, dead bug parts like butterfly wings, lizard skin, exoskeletons, and I'm particularly fond of June bugs. I have quite the collection of June bug exoskeletons, which I find so beautiful. And when you do encounter them alive, they are the friendliest little beings. So if you find one injured or something, you can take it home and put it in a little tub and feed it fruit. They love fruit. They will munch their hearts out on fruit. Recently, the other thing that I was able to do with my rose bush was harvest the thorns from the rose bones, which can be used in protection spells, and I was tipped off by Lynn Smith from one of my posts to use them to help spells that need a very specific outcome, which is brilliant. I love that, and I hadn't thought of that.
Hi, honey.
So thank you, Lynn. I hope this has given you one or two ideas on where you might go to forage and what you might forage for if you live in a city. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the description box below, and I would love to get some ideas from you guys. In part 2 of this collaboration with Magical Crafting, we'll be showing you how we use our city foraged ingredients. But in the meantime, go check out her urban witchcraft video in the link below or right here. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. And a very special shout out to Richard and Magical Crafting for being early adopters of my brand spanking new Patreon page. Feel free to check out the link below and join us.